sequence start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I am Kelvin Crosby, and I'm your host at the See Me Game Podcast. We have invented a way to have defensive walking. You ready to go on this journey with me? Let's do this. Hey, so good to see you, even though I can't see you. It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, and I'm so excited that you're here at the See Me Game Podcast. Man, I'm excited about talking about today's topic, is the need for a lighted white cane. And I think this is going to be an interesting conversation. So before we get into the need of the white cane, let's look at two people that have version 2023 version of See Me canes and see what they have to say about their canes and how it's been life-changing before I talk about how it's been life-changing for myself. Meet Brenda. Brenda, welcome to the See Me Cane Podcast.
Hi, thank you.
And so, so you're one of the first See Me cane users, and kind of tell me a little bit about that experience using the See Me cane. Like, how did that change your life?
Gave me a whole lot more confidence when I was out walking, especially as it started to be dusk, as the sun was setting more.
Yep.
If I went anywhere out in my community and I was not using it, my neighbors would give me a hard time and say, "Where's your cane? Where's your See Me cane?"
Yep.
Because it made me feel so much safer.
Yeah.
It made me feel so much more confident.
Mm-hmm.
And I felt like I could venture out
Yeah.
after dark.
Yep. Yep.
A lot of my friends, they call it my life saver.
I like it.
You know,
Yeah.
like, no, it's my See Me cane. No, it's your life saver. Because I feel like I can go out, cross the street, and not feel like I'm going to get hit.
Yeah. Meet Evan Starnes. So Evan, when you first saw the See Me cane, when we first met, I came on the podcast and on your podcast, and we were talking about the See Me cane and everything, and then we eventually met.
Yeah.
And you got to experience the See Me cane for the first time.
Yeah.
It you're one of the first people that I realized it changed your life.
It did.
And kind of tell us about that.
Well, honestly, yeah, I met you and I interviewed you on the podcast, and I asked you a lot of questions about the cane because I was frankly curious, and I love cane technology. I love any technology, as you probably know. And then we got to meet up, and I get to hold one in my hand, and I honestly, the first time I fired it up, I was like, whoa, what in the world? This thing is super, super bright, for crying out loud.
Mm-hmm.
And we had a good time. We got to go out to dinner, and then we got to cross the street. And it was like you, me, and our friend Spencer.
Yep, Spencer Renfro.
Walking across the street with See Me canes, and I immediately wanted one. So, I got home a few weeks later when I had the money and put the money down, and I got my See Me cane, and it's kind of been like, I don't like to draw attention to myself, but now I have a reason to, and at least explain, what it is, because it's kind of my party cane now.
Yeah.
At night, it's, I like to party.
He likes to party harder than everybody. So for me, how has the See Me cane impacted my life as a deaf-blind individual? One, it's impacted my life in a way giving confidence to my walking. I can take opportunities in my life where I know cars are going to react, people are going to react, and truly at the end of the day, I know people are able to see me. That alone just gives you so much freedom. I mean, yes, we have the white canes, we've had them for years, but the question is, really, is it life-changing just having a regular cane? It's life-changing if you want your independence, but if really life-changing if you want defensive walking, having a lighted white cane. And when we think in those terms, we find that we now have a tool that gives us more power, more abilities, and more freedom in the world. Let's get into where we're at on the See Me cane. If you guys want to pre-order your See Me canes, you can do that at seemecane.com. Link in the description. So you click on that, it'll take you to the store. The discount's already applied, So you just hit pre-order See Me cane, pick your cane size. All See Me canes are white with a red bottom. We discontinued all white canes because people were seeing it as a lightsaber. That's not what the See Me cane is. The See Me cane is a defensive walking tool to help you travel more independently and safely. So that's how you pre-order. So where are we at in the development process to launch hopefully in October? Last week I went to CSUN and interviewed a bunch of people like with Evan Starnes and Brenda. I met them all at CSUN and really was able to have a conversation with them about their canes. And it was just really exciting being at CSUN and just hearing people's stories and how the See Me cane could impact their lives, as well people that already have been See Me cane users from the 2023 See Me cane version, and how it just transformed their ability to navigate in the world. And to me, I needed to hear that. Why? Because this last 3 weeks from the last update, when we did the last episode, if you want to go check that out. So what ended up happening, I was supposed to come to CSUN with a working version of the See Me cane, of See Me cane 1R. I get it the Friday before CSUN. I go to push the buttons, and it doesn't work. So we change the battery, try to get it to work again, and it worked. So we charge it up, get it alive, make it come to life. Then get ready to leave for CSUN Tuesday last week, and next thing you know, it's not charging, and it's not turning on. So we could change the battery, or just take a cane, so that people can feel the new version of the See Me cane 1R. So we decided just to take the cane and have people feel the better quality of the handle, feel where the buttons are, give us feedback on how it feels in your hand, how it feels in regards to charging, how does it feel in regard to interacting with the cane. So that's what we did. What's the next step right now for See Me cane? We are in a 2-week shipping, receiving process. So we have had to order a bunch of parts. We're waiting for them to come in. And once they arrive, we will start building the final version of the See Me cane for testing. So testing will probably hopefully start sometime in April. And obviously I will show you what that looks like and who's doing it and who's involved in that process to get it really dialed in and really truly have a final version of the See Me cane that is manufacturable. And this is where right now we're trying to work throughout the details and fine tune this process so that visually impaired people can put the canes together. If we can get visually impaired people to put the canes together, we have completed the circle of the See Me cane. From invented by a visually impaired person, to developed by a visually impaired person, to manufacturing by visually impaired people, to selling See Me canes by visually impaired people, and visually impaired people are using the product. So it completes that whole circle. You're going to realize blind people have been involved in the process 100% of the time. And you're going to realize that this is just so much common sense and so much just easy to use. Like you pull it out of the box, bam, it's there for you. Doesn't take any mad scientists to figure out. You don't need to know any shortcuts. It's all there for you. So that's where we're at on the update of the See Me cane. And let me know in the comments if you would like me to start bringing people on that are doing cool things that are visually impaired. But how cool would it be is to learn how visually impaired people are living their lives and freely, whether they have See Me canes or not, and what cool things they're doing. But for now, this is the See Me cane podcast where I'll be sharing you why we made a certain part of the See Me cane and the update to production. So, as I always say, go live beyond your challenges, and I'll see you in 2 weeks.
If you would like to pre-order your See Me Cane, go to seemekane.com.